Flying over Kaloleni Giriama, a book by Lolani Kalu. Chapter 2. The morning sun cast a golden hue over Kaloleni Giriama as the birds gathered once again at the Magandi tree. The air was filled with the soft murmur of their conversations, each bird contributing stories from the town's rich past. Tai, the wise old eagle, perched majestically on a high branch, called for attention. Today, we shall talk about the once majestic St. Luke's Hospital, he announced, his voice carrying an air of authority. Kasiji, the parrot with a penchant for colorful tales, fluttered his wings excitedly. Ah, St. Luke's! I remember the days when it was the pride of our town, led by the noble Dr. Thompson and his wife. They came all the way from Great Britain. Yes, chimed in Katsongo. The stately crane, it was a beacon of hope and healing, well maintained through the 50s and 60s. They even had a nursing training college. Many young nurses came from all over Kenya. Tai nodded thoughtfully. Indeed. And let's not forget Patrick Kalume, who was the administrator back then. Before electricity reached Kaloleni, there was a big generator house that powered the hospital. They spoke of the bustling activities at the hospital, the dedicated nurses, and the patients who found comfort and care under its asbestos roof. But then, in the later years, the missionaries left, Tai continued, his tone growing somber. The Anglican Church under Bishop Kalu took over, but things fell apart. The hospital closed down, and the nursing school, once a place of learning and love, was no more. That's true, Kasiji added. Many of the students got married and moved on, but the impact was felt deeply in our community. Let's not forget the water issue, said Tai. Kaloleni has faced challenges with water supplies for years. Back in the 60s, we had George Mferiji, the renowned plumber. He was in charge of 2 boreholes, one at Kijiweni and the other in Vikindani, near Kwajan Magago and Kwa Madaba, opposite Kwachangawa Kitsuria. He even had a poultry farm and supplied eggs to St. Luke's Hospital during Dr. Thompson's time. He worked at the hospital as the workshop supervisor and plumber during Patrick Kalume's administration, ensuring the generator supplied electricity. As the birds were deep in discussion, a loud cawing interrupted the peaceful meeting. The Makunguru and the Makarabu had arrived from Chilulu suburb, causing an immediate uproar. You Makunguru and Makarabu are the reason St. Luke's closed down, accused Kasiji, flapping his wings furiously. Your incessant noise made it impossible for the nurses to concentrate. You disturbed Bishop Kalu so much that he couldn't manage the hospital properly. You even ate everything inside the hospital, leaving the patients in distress. The Makunguru and the Makarabu, led by a particularly bold crow named cawed in protest. That's not true. It was the humans trying to chase us away who broke the window glasses and injured workers at the hospital. The argument grew louder as other birds joined in, accusing the Makunguru and the Makurabu of being a menace. The air was thick with tension as the birds exchanged heated words, each side adamant about their version of events. We were just trying to survive, just like everyone else, Coco argued. It's not our fault the hospital couldn't handle a few crows. A few crows? Katsongo retorted. You crows were everywhere. Your chaos drove everyone to the brink. As the debate raged on, Tai raised his wings for silence. Enough. We must find a way to coexist. Blaming each other will not solve our problems. Let us remember that we have all been part of this town's history, for better or worse. Our focus should be on understanding and unity. The birds, still simmering with frustration, slowly calmed down. They realized that continuing to argue would only deepen the divide. Just then, some people at the bus park noticed the commotion at the Magandi tree and started throwing stones, disrupting the birds' meeting. As the stones flew, the birds scattered in different directions, bringing an abrupt end to their gathering. Tai, staying calm as if nothing had happened, looked out over his community and the bustling Kwa Kadunga Ajani below, pondering what to do next while enjoying the serene aerial view. As the birds reminisced, laughter and chirps filled the air.